WQHD New York City, home to all of the world's hottest radio events, presents another Hot 97 exclusive Money Can't Buy. The Hot 97 In Studio Series, hosted by Angie Martinez. In studio tonight, Beyonce.
Everybody stand up, man, and make some noise for the lovely, the talented Miss Beyonce Knowles. Everybody meet Beyonce. Beyonce.
Hello.
Meet everybody.
How y'all doing?
What's up, mama?
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Working hard. Blessed.
You have been working since what time this morning?
Since 6 this morning.
And this is an everyday thing probably for you,
Well,
right?
for the next week or so, the record is coming out, so I have to grind it out for a couple weeks. And then in October, I have a month off, so I'll be able to relax. Because I'll need it after all of this promotion.
But you probably so, I don't know, you've had so many years of this. You're probably so disciplined in terms of just knowing how to do this grind.
Now it's easier to know what to do and what not to do because I've done it a couple times.
Right.
So I'm making sure I have my priorities right and make sure I make time for the things that are necessary.
Every time we do an interview with you, every time we see you, it seems like your career, it just keeps growing bigger and bigger. And you still seem pretty normal. Like for the level of success that you have.
Thank you.
You seem to have stayed pretty grounded. I guess family, right?
It's my family. I have them with me at all times. I have honest people around me that tell me when I'm bugging and tell me when I'm going too far.
They had to tell you that before?
No. To be honest with you, I mean,
sure, not once?
No, if I'll do something that was rude, or if I don't speak, or if somebody's trying to speak to me, and they're
really?
he tried to talk to you, what's wrong? I have honest people, or if I have a bad performance, they it wasn't so hot.
Really?
Yeah, it's necessary. I appreciate that. I embrace it. I don't want to be out of touch.
Now, this first song that we're playing, Ring the Alarm.
Yes.
My question about this song to you is because people know about what they know, whatever they know that you're in a relationship, and
right.
So when you have a song like this,
yeah, do
you worry that people take it word for word, verbatim?
And I did, and even speaking with Jay, I was like, "You sure you think I should put this out?" He's like, "That record is crazy. I don't know what's wrong with you. I never heard a record like that. You better put that out." So right. I did, but obviously every record that I write is not an autobiography.
Right.
And I feel like it was more important that I didn't do what was typical. And I didn't put out the safe record. And I just felt like it was a club banger. I felt like it was something that I'm not going through, but it's something that I wrote because women go through it every day. And I felt like it showed a vulnerability, but not the same way Dangerously in Love did, from a different, perspective. Right. So a woman being honest enough to say, that she don't want the other woman to benefit the things that he taught is it's how women feel, and I loved it because it was different. And I don't know many artists that could have sang that record, so I put it out.
And it is kind of even if you like talk about it before you put it out and say, okay, people may think, but I'm going to put it out anyway. Then you're probably prepared for the internet gossip and the talks and
definitely.
Who is she talking about specifically.
Definitely.
So do you read that stuff?
I haven't
really
because for one, it'll drive you crazy,
right?
And for two, I before, like when I was younger,
right,
I'll never forget reading the internet, and you just want to correct everything and say that's not true, and you don't know these people,
right.
And half of the people that are starting rumors, it has nothing to do with you. And it's nothing that you can change, because even if you can't prove that it's not true, because they just want to have something to talk about anyway.
And if you make a statement, then there's more to talk about.
Exactly.
Right.
So you just got to let it go. If it's not true, eventually people will see.
Beyonce Knowles is in the building. We're going to get some questions from the crowd in a couple minutes, too. Let's get to it. Ring the alarm. Hot 97 in Studio Series. Let's go. It's the Beyonce B-Day in Studio Series. Angie Martinez, of course, Beyonce knows in the building, and Brooklyn and Queens and Jersey and everybody in the building. So, and somebody from France in the back, right?
Wow.
Yeah,
hello.
From France. So, hi, who are you?
Hi, my name is April. I'm from the Bronx.
All right, April from the Bronx.
April. How old are you?
I'm 10.
Okay.
So pretty. Aww.
You have a question for me?
Yeah, I want to know, what was your first song that you performed on stage?
The first song I ever performed was Imagine.
Oh, John.
And I was really young. I was about her age. Maybe younger, actually.
10? 11?
I was about 7. It was at school, at a little school play.
She was so born for this. She's 7, singing John Lennon's song. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Angie. I'm from the Bronx.
I love that.
Hello.
What's up, Ange?
First and foremost, I'd like to tell Beyonce you are very beautiful,
Aw,
and I
thank
love
you.
the single.
Thank
And
you.
I just want to know what you see happening next after the album.
After the album, I have a movie coming out, Dreamgirls, on Christmas Day. And
You didn't ask your full question, right? You ask your full question. She's here. When are you ever going to see Beyonce again? Somebody told me what your question was. It was a very good question. Shoot.
I had a few questions.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Oh, sorry, B. Sorry, I didn't know that. Go ahead.
she's trying to take your job, Angie.
I just wanted to know, when exactly you think you're going to settle down, have kids, retire, like Jay-Z, join in.
She went all the way in.
She went in all the way.
Retire?
I don't know. I always said that I would work really hard at a young age, so by the time I'm 30, I don't have to work. So
Really?
probably around that time, maybe some kids. And whenever those things happen, they happen. You don't plan them. But I'm in no rush.
You know that there's a whole entire on the internet, like your whole wedding is on the internet.
I read that in the paper today.
Did you read
$3
that?
million wedding. My mother's
Really?
designing the dress. Yeah, I read that.
You read that? What do you think when you read that?
I just can't believe how many times people can say the same rumor. I mean,
This was elaborate and detailed.
No, Oprah and Rihanna were the guest list. Yes, I did read it. They said the same thing, like, over the last holiday, we were somewhere and they said we snuck away and got married. People were all saying, congratulations, congratulations. I'm like, wow, how many times are y'all? It's fine.
I think people, people
It's
like
fine.
it. It's fine.
It's not a bad rumor.
How much do you read about your vacations? do you see pictures of yourself from vacation?
It's scary. The scariest thing is when you have absolutely no idea. Like
Really?
you're having breakfast and you're in your pajamas, or me jumping off the boats in the middle of the ocean. There's nobody out there. And then they have the pictures like from every step of the jump. It's like, where were they? They like
That's scary. No, that's
underwater,
scary.
like scuba diving with lenses. It's crazy. But
That's really scary though.
It
Like
is
all
scary.
joking aside, like that's kind of scary.
It is.
So do you feel like all the time you have eyes on you?
A lot of times.
Yeah.
Usually whenever, unless I'm at home, which is why I don't go out a lot.
Right.
Every second of the day, somebody is looking.
Is looking at you.
Yeah.
Can you ever go anywhere not like hair, makeup, and like dress?
Yeah, I do all the time.
Yeah.
New York is way easier. I rode a bike in the middle of Manhattan.
Shut up, you did not.
Yes.
By yourself?
I did. It was excellent. And
You were free.
I was free, and it was amazing. Like, people on the street just, nodded their heads, and some of them had their camera phones, but they
say there's a rule in New York that if you keep moving, then
Yeah,
you're okay.
it was
if you
fine.
if you stop, you're
And
in trouble.
I can't tell you where I go because then I won't be able to go. But I do have my days where I just, I'm relaxed.
You
and
can
I
go
to-
around by yourself?
Sometimes it's certain
Right.
places that people, I guess, are used to it or they just don't care.
Right.
And I'm still able to go to certain restaurants and certain places.
Good. You probably crave that, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
The next song we're getting into off this album, Beat Day, which is in stores tomorrow, everybody. Yes, you can pick that up. It's featuring Jay-Z.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
You know, I recorded this record really fast.
Okay.
I wasn't supposed to do it until next year. And I snuck away in the studio, and me and Sean Garrett and Angie, my cousin, and Makiba, my sister, all just were in the zone. And I ended up recording all these records in these weeks, and I let Jay here upgrade you. And he was like...
Does he want to just get on every song that he likes?
No. He was like...
Would you be able to say no?
I would never say no. Definitely not. But he was like, you ain't gonna be the only one talking about upgrade you. I'm getting on that record. So he did. And I'm happy.
And he's on it, and it's Upgrade You. It's off the album on B-Day. Let's get to it. It's the in-studio series with Beyonce, y'all. Top 97, let's go. And we're going to get to all your questions. Don't worry. Everybody has questions. Beyonce is in the building.
Yes.
That was irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable.
Anything you want to tell us post hearing it?
Neo helped write that.
Oh, nice.
And Stargate.
All right, so let's go to the crowd. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Doris. I'm from the Bronx.
Hello.
Hi, Beyonce.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I wanted to know if you weren't an actress or a performer, what would you have wanted to do?
She's been doing this since she was born.
Sometimes tired because of the paparazzi and stuff, and then you could say, I wish I wasn't doing this, or I would have been doing this.
When I was younger, I always wanted to do this, and I started doing it, like she said, when I was so young. I love talking to everyone and helping people with their problems. I would have loved to be a psychologist.
Shut up. Really?
I would have. I would have went to school for it, definitely.
What's your name?
My name is Voice.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hey, Voice.
God bless you, beautiful woman.
Oh, thank you. God
Welcome.
bless you.
Thank you, baby. I wanted to ask you.
Hot shot. Ask her a question.
I wanted to ask you. What was the biggest thing you gave up that you felt you had to sacrifice in order to take on your career?
Probably making mistakes. You know, it's crazy when you are in the public eye and you make a mistake. And I've always had to be so careful, and I couldn't do a lot of things that most people do, especially being a child. And whenever you do something and it's in the paper and they scrutinize it and they make it even bigger than it is, and that's unfortunate to be a young girl and not be able to go out and not be able to do the stuff that everybody else does. So that's probably the most difficult thing.
Just any mistakes.
You know, just be a kid, be young. You know, go out, stay out, skip school, do things that most kids do.
Do something dumb.
Yeah,
get drunk, too drunk. Or
yeah,
something.
all of that.
Yeah. So you really can never do any of that.
I didn't. For one, I didn't have the desire to because I was way too focused on. I could have still done it, but I've always been really conscious, and I just loved this way more than the thought of being out. You know,
doing anything else like that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that this wasn't even like on my list of things to ask you, but just as you were talking about things that maybe you would have did different or something, and I know they kept showing this clip, and for you it had to be horrible to see this clip that replayed. You know what I'm going to ask her about?
Yes.
The BET thing. You know the clip.
The BET.
The BET when you guys were performing, and your girl fell down. You didn't see this clip? They show it all the time.
Oh, Michelle?
Yeah, 106 in Park.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about something else.
Oh, something else? What, B? What, B? What?
I thought you were talking about the Peter thing.
Oh, yeah. That too. Oh, no, but they showed they show that clip all the time.
Yeah.
So you have to hate to see that.
No, Michelle, we all laughed. It was funny. I mean, she laughs.
Right.
At the moment, it wasn't funny at all.
Right.
It wasn't.
Right.
I didn't even know. The crazy thing is, I didn't even know she fell. I just heard the mic thump. And she was on the other side, and the rumor was that I pushed her, and I wasn't even next to her. But I mean, at the time, it was we were, you know, that's my sister. We were all embarrassed for her, and
you just tried to keep it moving. It was live
television. We tried to keep it moving. That's what you do. Usually, when something like that happens, the camera is supposed to move to somebody else, a close up.
Right.
So you don't see the person get up.
Right.
But they were a little slow. So that's why, of course, we try to be professional and keep going. That's what you do. You fall, you got to get up and keep going, right?
No, I get you. I think that's right. We'll be right back. It's the In-Studio series with Beyonce. Hot 97.
The Hot 97 In-Studio series with Beyonce returns in seconds.
Yeah! Hot 97 In-Studio series Beyonce knows that's the Freakum Dress song.
Yes.
It's a song.
It is a song, and every woman has a Freakum dress. It's the sexy dress that every woman has in the back of their closet, and you know.
How many of them do you have?
I've had a couple actually.
Yeah,
it's probably too many of them. But it's the dress you pull out when you want to spark your relationship up back. Or it's the dress you pull out when, you know, you're a single lady and
you need to get it popping.
You need to get it popping that night. It's just that dress.
Okay, what's your name? Where you from?
My name is Kawan. I'm from Queens.
Hi.
Hello, Kawan. How you doing?
Hi, Beyonce. My first question is, what are you afraid of in the industry as far as, like, getting frustrated making a song? Or is it, like, real easy for you now? You can just write songs?
I mean, it's never easy. The industry never gets easy because it's so unpredictable. And really, what am I afraid of? You mean in the industry or just in life?
Life.
You did say mistakes.
No, I'm not afraid. I'm not really afraid anymore. I regret that I couldn't have a normal childhood. But now I guess I'm just more afraid of most celebrities when they become huge celebrities. It's kind of like a pattern of people losing their spirits and kind of losing their souls, the things that make them them. And it's so important that I stay the same person. Obviously grow and evolve, but keep my same spirit. So sometimes that's something that's difficult to hold on to in this industry. So that's what I'm afraid of, if I was afraid of anything.
But you feel there's a lot of competition now that everyone's dancing?
I do feel like everybody's dancing, and I think that's great because I love to dance and everybody else does. But I don't. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for 9 years, and I don't really compare myself to new artists. So I don't really write records and try to be competitive. I just write whatever I feel, and I try to start the new trends.
Who inspires you? What artists?
Mary J. Blige inspires me. Gnarls Barkley inspired me. I love them. Andre from Outkast inspires me. Lauryn Hill inspires me. Tina Turner inspires me. I have a lot of old school artists that inspire me. Right.
It's harder nowadays to find one.
Yeah, a little bit.
It really is. Okay, and what about competition? Who do you look at? I know you say you don't make music.
I don't like the word competition. I say my peers. I feel like...
Who do you consider are your peers?
Usher is my peer. Alicia Keys is my peer. And really, we're the only people that are the same age that have been around about the same time.
Right. That's it? Just you three?
I mean...
You got a club? Like, do you guys talk?
No. No, I'm just...
No, I mean,
anybody else? No, I mean, I respect them. I don't know them like that. But anybody else, I mean, I've been doing this a long time. So I don't think it's fair to compare.
Right. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I got to jump in right before you because you just took me somewhere else. People have been comparing, because her album is coming around the same time, Janet Jackson and Beyonce.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's crazy just because I admire Janet Jackson. I mean, when I was young, when I was a kid, I tried to do her dance routines. Right. And I still, when I did my record, I had her videos playing because she's inspirational to me. She's been doing this for 20 years.
Right.
I feel like I've been doing this for a long time. She's been doing it for 20 years. She's in her own league. You can't call me her peer.
Right.
I haven't earned that yet. I have to do this 10 more years. So I don't think if anything, I admire her. I don't think that we should be compared to each other.
I'm sorry that I have to bring this up, but I do because it was a public statement. Jermaine Dupri made some statements saying, I guess he was kind of rocking with his girl.
And he should.
And he said, as he should.
As he should.
And when people have been comparing the two of you, and he said, well, Janet has been doing her thing. Let's see where Beyonce is in 20 years. He made a statement that was something like that. It was a little sideways.
You know what? God bless you, Jermaine, baby. God bless you. That's all I say.
Nice, B. Nice. He feels sick right now. See, Jermaine, what you got? Talking crazy? She said, God bless you. Now he feels sick. Get Me Bodied.
Get Me Bodied
is the next song that we're going to play off the album. So tell me about that.
Get Me Bodied is probably the most fun song. It's a dance record. And
you don't mean bodied like in the normal street sense of getting bodied.
Like get murdered?
Yeah.
It means get murdered on the dance floor.
Bodied.
Exactly. It's like somebody bodied you, like they killed you on the dance floor,
Yeah, B. Who wrote this one?
Me, my sister.
And who else?
Angie, Sean Garrett, and Makiba.
Nobody from Brooklyn?
Nobody from Brooklyn.
Let's get to it. Get Me Bodied. B-Day's in stores tomorrow. Beyonce is in the building. It's the In-Studio series on Hot 97. Let's go.
The Hot 97 In-Studio series with Beyonce is on.
Yes! It's Beyonce's birthday. B-Day is the album. It is in stores tomorrow. We are in the In-Studio series, and she was kind enough to celebrate her day with us here today.
It always makes you feel embarrassed when everybody sings
to
to
you,
right? It's crazy.
Do you have to sing that? Do you ever sing that to people? Happy birthday?
Yeah, I mean, when it's my friend's birthday, I don't ever try to do runs and overdo it. No,
that's a lot.
It's a little too much.
Does any of your friends or family ever ask you to do sing at their weddings?
Oh, I was the wedding singer before this.
Really?
Absolutely. I sang at least 20 weddings.
Really?
At least.
Bar mitzvahs?
I have done one of those.
You have done. But to people, even now, I would imagine, would you do that for your family or somebody? No.
I mean, if it was
your sister or somebody,
she wouldn't want me to though.
She wouldn't make you work, right? On that day.
My sister's crazy. When we first started trying to write together, she's like, "You don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here."
She has no respect.
So she wouldn't want to have me sing.
That's funny. What's your name? Where you from?
Giselle from Staten Island.
Yeah!
Hello.
He's been waiting for that all night.
You know that's my middle name?
Yeah, I know.
Oh. Giselle is?
Mm-hmm.
I know you usually sing R&B, but on your downtime, what type of music do you listen to?
I listen to old soul. I listen to Sade, and I listen to Al Green and Donny Hathaway and Aretha Franklin.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do you listen to hip-hop?
I do.
Now, even?
I haven't in a long time because I've been promoting. I haven't been listening to the radio. I'm a little behind, and I was doing the movie 6 months before that, so I couldn't tell you what's hot right now.
The movie, by the way, which is called Dreamgirls, which people are talking about now already. It's already getting all this buzz, and everybody's saying how incredible it is, and
everybody's so good.
And you too. I had actually Jamie Foxx called into my show, and he was like, "This, you're gonna really see Beyonce really get her acting chops on in this movie."
It was fun. It was challenging though. It wasn't like the movies I've done before. So it was great.
There's a kissing scene, yes?
Yes.
Is that your first kissing scene that you've had to do in a film?
No, it's actually my fourth.
What?
Yeah.
Who was you kissing? Mekhi Phifer.
Yes.
He's cute too. That was probably easy.
He was a nice guy. Also, I had Mike Myers.
Look, it's true. I don't know what you want from me. Go ahead, Mike Myers. But that's goofy.
It still was a kiss.
Then do you wonder while you're doing this, Mike Myers has to be open while this is happening. He's, kissing Beyonce.
No.
And does that go through your mind when this is happening?
No. I'm just trying to get it over with the whole time. I mean, I know it's a part of the job and when it's necessary for the character.
Right. You'll do it.
Because you have to establish the fact that we married. So it's a part of the job. But you know, it helped that I had an acting coach that was so serious, because I told her, like, I'm still uncomfortable. I know that you around actors that do this all the time is no big deal for them, but it just makes me a little uncomfortable, and what should I do? Because, you know, I'm a singer first. Right. And she's like, what is wrong with you? Girl, it's a part of your job. You're not Beyonce. You're Dina right now, and he's Curtis right now. So you gotta get over it and do it, and, you know, so.
And were you able to do that?
I had to. It was a part of my job.
When does the movie come out?
December 25th, Christmas.
Christmas, perfect.
Yes.
And I'm sorry, honey, I know you got a question. What's your name?
Shanette.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you. Having been a fan of yours for so long and seeing every video you've ever put out there, with Deja Vu, what was your inspiration in terms of dancing and the whole thought behind that? Because it's so different. I know there's been a lot of controversy, you know, some people love it, some people hate it. I love it. How did you come about developing the dance?
Well, one thing I didn't want to do was what I did last time, which is nothing wrong with that, but I just wanted to do something different. I didn't want to dance. I didn't want to do choreography. The song kind of reminds me of a woman that's desperate, and that everywhere she turns, she thinks her man is there, but he's not really there. It's deja vu. And I wanted to go to Louisiana just because, for one, I wanted everybody to know they can go back there. It's still alive there. And for two, my family's from New Iberia. So I was walking down the same streets that they walked, which was deja vu. More importantly, it just is a beautiful place, and I wanted a beautiful performance video. It's not that deep. Crazy in Love was just a performance video, and Baby Boy and all the other videos. But I didn't want to have choreography. Josephine Baker was an inspiration for me because she was so soulful, and it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She just danced from the soul, and she was almost possessed, which is what that record sounds like. So she was my inspiration as far as the choreography. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, actually, we're going to come back with that song, right? Because we still have to get to the Deja Vu joint. And, of course, we're in the middle of the in-studio series with Beyonce, and B-Day is in stores tomorrow. So we'll come back to Deja Vu and a couple more of your questions. It's the in-studio series, and it's Hot 97. Don't move.
The Hot 97 in-studio series with Beyonce returns in seconds. The Hot 97 in-studio series with Beyonce is on. Beyonce's new album, B-Day, is in stores tomorrow.
Hi, Beyonce. How are you?
Hello.
My name is Najwa, and I have one question. Thank you. I have one question about your collection. I actually cover for Fashion Week, and I'm wondering, when are we going to see you at the tent?
Wow. Probably a year from now. We have Glamorama.
I'm sorry, but her jeans are really good on the butt, right? really good.
Thank you.
2 thumbs up.
Thank you.
See?
But it'll probably be next year before we're in New York Fashion Week. We are doing a runway show in October, and it's exciting because the line, we have a whole new shipment fall line coming out that's really beautiful. My mom's worked hard on it, and it was important that it was something that I was proud of and I would wear. It's very elegant. And we also have the lower line that's juniors, that's for younger kids, because the line is really sophisticated. So it's Darion and House of Darion.
Wonderful. I hope I get an invite for October.
Uh-oh, it's France.
Yes. Hello, Beyonce.
What's up, France? What's up?
Good. We're doing very good. Well, I just want to say, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I am Alexander from Cognac-Landy, France. And everybody here says you're beautiful. And of course, I agree with this, but I just want to say one thing. I've been listening to you, and I think on top of this, you're super smart, and I think it's refreshing to hear what you have to say.
Oh, that's so nice.
France! You're super cute, France.
He is.
Super cute. All right, one last question.
What up, B? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. My name is Cecilia, and this is Coco from Jersey.
She's just there for moral support. That's cute.
As a woman in today's society, I wanted to know, what are your insecurities? Because you seem so perfect in the magazines, on stage.
I'm definitely not. I mean, I have my insecurities. I wake up some days scared, or afraid. Definitely whenever. I like to take risks. And, you take the risk and you go for it, and then you're like, oh, God, why didn't I just do it was safe? Sometimes I have those days. And, I hear rumors, and I sometimes want to just, curse somebody out and say, what is wrong with you? Why are you hating so bad? But ultimately, I don't like to think about those insecurities, and I try to work on those insecurities. We all have them, and I will continue to have them, but I'm trying to learn to accept who I am and accept my imperfections. And like any other woman, I'm just trying to learn about myself and grow. And, you know, I'm just like any other woman.
Yeah. Sure she is. You can't say you're like, yeah. I mean, just your accomplished. You know, you have an incredible life. You have a really blessed life.
I do
you
have a blessed
you know what
life.
I mean. You have. When I say that, I don't mean that in a bad way. Like you're not every other woman. I mean, you just, you know, you've had an extraordinary career.
I have. I am blessed. I know I am.
You are. Do you feel like
it.
that all the time? Do you have to remind yourself every day, or is that something you just walk around feeling like that every day?
No, I don't think about it. I don't really. I mean, I do think about it. I'm aware of it, but I don't think about it to the point where, you know, I put all this pressure on myself.
Right.
But with all the blessings come a lot of other things.
Right.
You know, so it all kind of weighs, all the pressure and all of the everybody's opinions and all the rumors and all those things come along with being successful.
And the responsibility.
And the responsibility. And people trying to find out what's wrong, so making up things that are wrong. You know?
We're going to get into one more song, right? And then we're going to do our last round of questions from the audience.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to get into Deja Vu.
Deja Vu it is.
Let's get to it. Featuring Jay-Z. Deja Vu. Did you hear we played this song the first time? Hold on.
I absolutely
Were you
did.
in New York City when
I wanted to call you. I wanted to send you flowers. I was like, I love her. That is so nice. Y'all played it over and over again.
I just want everybody to know that we broke this record.
They did break the record.
It was
so
fire.
great.
Beyonce, Deja Vu, featuring Jay-Z off the album B-Day. It's so small. Let's get to it. The In-Studio series. Hot 97. Let's go. We had a nice crowd tonight, right?
I know. They are so nice.
Look, man, if you're just tuning in, shame on you because you missed a really good In-Studio series tonight. But you can still go buy Beyonce's album because it's in stores tomorrow, B-Day. And you can still see her in Dreamgirls, and you can still, what else? You have a couple of, you can buy the jeans, make your butt look cute. Last question. Somebody sent me this on an email tonight. I thought it was very funny. Do you like basketball?
Sometimes. You know what? They did do like, it was a couple pictures where they saw me looking really bored, like at 10 different games.
Who did that? They did it in the magazine?
Yes, it was hilarious. I do actually. I do like it. I mean, I don't like it every day, but I do like it.
You probably have forgotten since you've been going.
Now I understand the game, you know.
You know what's happening.
I know what's going on. I like it.
That was funny. Do we have a couple of people, I guess, some parting words because we're about to wrap this up. So,
hi, my name's Anise.
Go ahead.
I just want to sing Happy Birthday Stevie Wonder version to you.
I already know that she about to throw down.
Oh, no.
Happy birthday to
everybody,
you.
everybody.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Beyonce.
Okay.
Happy birthday, girlfriend.
Oh.
Joy your birthday.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Yeah, mama.
Thank you.
All right, the album's in stores tomorrow. B-Day, Beyonce. It was a pleasure, honey. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure here, too. I had a great time. The audience is great, and it's always wonderful talking to you.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Go cop the album tomorrow, Beyonce. Another edition of the Hot 97 In-Studio series. Thank you for coming out, y'all. Good night.
This has been another Hot 97 exclusive Money Can't Buy. The Hot 97 In-Studio series with Beyonce. Beyonce's new album, B-Day, is in stores tomorrow. Special thanks to Sony Music. The In-Studio series from the official #1 station for hip-hop and R&B.